Hi everyone, my name is Beth. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm a student at the King's University, and this is my mom, Valerie. She's going to be joining us for our 15-minute yoga flow today. It's so important to keep moving in this time, especially with all the high stress. Just moving keeps your blood flow going, it clears your mind, gives relief to your body, builds strength, so many benefits. So I just hope you enjoy this yoga practice. We're going to have some fun. All right, let's do it. So we're going to start in child's pose. So you can step back on your mat, bring your knees wide, toes together, and then walk your palms out. Rest your forehead on the mat. This is a nice hip opener. It's going to be grounding. So really relax your shoulders. Let your tailbone reach back. You should feel some relief in your spine. Just take a few deep breaths here. Big inhales. Nice deep exhales. Take one more just like that. Big exhale. Now press your palms into the mat. Lift yourself up into all fours. So you're going to bring your hands right underneath your shoulders, your knees right underneath your hips. Your palms are flat, fingers spread wide. You're going to reach the crown of your head forward, your tailbone back, and then firm your abs in. Pull your shoulders down your back. So you want to keep a nice, firm posture here. And then we're going to take our right leg, reach it all the way back. So we're in some balance challenges here. Keep pressing your palms into the mat. Reach your heel far behind you. Keep your hips nice and square. Don't let your hip open up or dip. Keep your abs engaged. And then from here, you have the option if you want to reach your left arm forward. This is a spinal challenge here. Really engaging with the core. Lift with your chest. Reach back with your leg. Take a big inhale. Lift one more time. And on your exhale, release this side. Left leg goes all the way back. Flex your foot, reach your heel. Engage with your core. Pull your shoulders back down your back. And then you have the option if you want to reach your right arm forward this time. Keep lifting with your chest, abs are engaged. Lift one more time, big inhale. Stay for your exhale. And then release this side. All right, one more time each side. This time, lift your heel towards the ceiling, bend your knee. Pull your heel in towards your seat just a little bit. Keep your foot flexed, and then lift it up. You should feel some heat in your glute and your hamstring. All right, now you have the option if you want to reach your left arm forward. So you're lifting with your heel, flexing your right glute. You can stay right here, or you have the option to take the challenge, bringing your left palm all the way back, grabbing onto your foot or your ankle, and then lift it up. Press your palm and your foot together. Nice challenge here. And then release this all the way back forward, and release this side. Great job. We got one more side. Lift your left leg up, this time bending with your leg. Flex your foot, reach your heel up towards the ceiling. Keep lifting with your chest. Abs are engaged. And then you have the option here to bring your right arm forward this time. Keep lifting with your chest. Yeah, we're building strength here in the core, the glutes, the hamstrings, your back. And then you have the option if you want to bring your right arm all the way back, grabbing onto your foot. You can stay forward if it does not feel good. Listen to your body, lifting with your leg, and then releasing forward and dropping here. Take a quick child's pose. You guys have done great. Walk your palms back out, release your low back. Relax your shoulders. Take one big breath. And then on your exhale, pull yourself all the way back up into all fours. All right, we're going to transition here, but hang on with me. Curl your toes under. First, we're going to hold here with your knees hovered just above the mat. So your knees are just about an inch off the ground. It's kind of like a plank here. This is just an option. You can keep your knees on the ground if it does not feel good in your wrists. And then slowly from here, we're going to lift up into a downward facing dog. So use your core, lift your hips, press your chest down. Hips are lifted. Now you want to spread your fingers wide, press your palms into the mat. Yeah, and then just find a comfortable position here. You can wiggle side to side. You can pedal out your legs if you'd like. Feel a nice stretch in the back of your legs, opening up. Take a big breath in. Big exhale. Let your head release. Maybe move it around left and right. And then look between your thumbs, bend your knees, and walk your feet in towards your hands. You can bend your knees as much as you need to here. Find a release through your spine. Let your head hang. You can move around left and right. You can sway or cross arms to opposite elbows. Awesome job. Now come back to center. Bend your knees, roll all the way up, lifting at the top. Feels so good. On your exhale, fold forward. Now from here, step back, plant your hands, step back to a high plank. Hold here for a moment. You can take it down onto your knees if you need a modification. This is a great option. If your wrists are hurting, you can take it down to a forearm plank just for a moment. Engage with your core. Soften your elbows. Shoulders are down your back. Now engage with your glutes. Give them a little flex. Lift your quads up high. We're almost there. You got 4, 3, 2. Now come into a downward facing dog again. Pressing your palms down to the floor. Lifting your hips. And then from here, take your right leg all the way up. And then open up your hip. Maybe bend your right knee. And then find that open hip stretch. And then come back to center. You're going to step your right leg all the way through, lifting up into a crescent lunge. So bring your arms up. Hold right here. You're going to press into your feet. Your right knee's directly over your ankle, and your back heel is lifted up high. Your hips are square, so you're bringing your left hip forward, your right hip back. And then stack your shoulders over your hips. You're going to feel some heat in your right quad and glute. Your left quad and your left hip flexor should be feeling a nice stretch. Great job. Stay here. Just enjoy this opening. Feel the power in this posture. Building some heat here. Take another breath. And then a big exhale. And then take a little lean back just a little bit. Lift your heart. And then fold all the way forward. Plant your hands onto the mat. Step your right foot back. Hold your plank. We're going to take a chaturanga here. So you have the option just to go to down dog, or you can bend your elbows, come into a low plank. Inhale to up dog. Tops of your feet are on the mat. Lift your thighs up off the mat. Lift your chest. Down dog. Toes are back under. Lift your hips. All right, this time lift your left leg all the way up. Open up your hips. Bend your left leg. Left knee lifts. Feel a nice stretch here. Then come back to center. Step your left foot all the way through. Crescent lunge on this side. Lift your arms up all the way. Great job. You're going to press into your front foot. Engage through those muscles. Left knee's over your ankle. Your back heel's lifted high. You're going to feel some heat here. Square your hips. Shoulders over your hips. Keep enjoying your breath. Take nice, deep, big breaths. And then you're going to take a tiny lean back, lift your heart, and then exhale, bring your hands all the way down to the mat. Step your left foot back. Hold your plank for just a moment, and then option to take your chaturanga. One more time here. Lifting up to up dog, and then downward facing dog. Great job. You should be feeling a little more loose now. Should feel pretty good. Now look between your hands. Bend your knees, walk, or you can hop your feet in towards your hands. Take a moment here, halfway lift, and then fold forward. Bend your knees, roll all the way up, lifting at the top. Option to lean back just a little bit if you like. And then exhale, fold all the way down. Great job. Now from here, plant your hands, step your feet back to your plank. You can take your chaturanga, or you can meet back at downward facing dog. Up to you. Lifting to up dog, back to downward facing dog. Now from here, lift your right leg up, keep your hips square to the mat. Bring your knee all the way through. This time we're gonna move all the way into a warrior two. So you're gonna drop your left foot flat, lifting up, reaching your arms out to the side. So check in with your alignment. You're pressing down into your feet. Your right knee's over your ankle, and your right foot is facing forward. And then your back foot is lined up to where your arch and your heel are in a line. Your back foot is turned to the side, and your right foot is turned forward. Your shoulders are stacked right over your hips, and then you're peeling your knee open. Yeah, shoulders over your hips. You got this. Relax your shoulders. Abs are tight. Now this is a great posture. You're gonna feel this in your inner thigh. You're gonna feel your outer glute in your quad. That's a good thing. The burning is good. So sink a little bit deeper down into your warrior two. Then flip your front palm up, reverse your warrior, lifting with your side ribs, engaging your core. And you're gonna cartwheel all the way down towards the mat. Step your right foot back. Hold your plank. You can stay here and move to down dog, or you can take your chaturanga. We're gonna meet back in downward facing dog. So you come into low push up, and then lift to up dog, moving all the way back to down dog. One more side here, left leg lifts up. Keep your hips square. Step your left foot all the way through. Great job. We're gonna lift all the way to our warrior two, so drop your back foot flat. Lift your arms, reach them out to the side. You're gonna hold right here. Remember, press into your feet. Now you've been here on the other side, so you're kind of used to it. This time I want you to imagine dragging your feet together on the mat, but keep them still. They're rooting into the ground. Open up your left knee. Your knee's right over your ankle. Engage your core. Take a few deep breaths here. Now you're gonna feel it this time in your left inner thigh, your left outer glute, and your core, of course. All right, now lift your front palm up, reverse warrior, lifting your left arm up, reaching with your side ribs, and then cartwheel your hands all the way down to the mat. Step back into your down dog. You can take your chaturanga if you want. You can meet back in downward facing dog. Great job. Press your palms into the mat, lift your hips, and then look between your thumbs. You can walk or float your feet into your hands. Take a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, inhale, rise all the way up. And then stay lifted here for a moment. Grab onto your left wrist, lift up and lean over to the side. Come all the way back through center. Grab onto your other wrist. Lift and lean just a little bit. Come back all the way through center. Release your hands. Fall all the way down to the floor. Now from here, we're going to take a little stretch. Keep your left foot where it is. Step your right foot back just a few inches. Both toes are facing forward. You can play around with the distance between your feet. I want you to feel this stretch mostly in your left leg, really the back of your leg, your hamstring. So stay here, lead with your chest. You can bring your hands to your shin if you need a little bit more room there. You can fold all the way forward. It's up to you. Now as we stretch our hamstrings, this is such a good way to release back pain and back tension. Hamstrings are usually pretty tight, so a good way to stretch them here and relieve some back pain. And then take just a moment. Square your hip, so pull your left hip back, right hip forward. So you don't want to be turning sideways here. You won't feel it here. Keep it nice and straight, reaching. And then you can stay here. Or one more option, if you want a balance challenge, you can lift your back leg off the floor, coming into a standing leg split. This is just an option. If you want to challenge your balance even more, you can bring one hand or both hands onto your foot, just challenging your balance. It might be hard if you're outside with uneven ground. Just play around with it. And then slowly bring your right leg all the way in. Step it in, forward fold. Hang for just a moment. Now bend your knees, come back to center, roll all the way up. Lifting up, stand as tall as you can. Exhale, you're gonna fold. We have one more side here with this stretch. Step your left foot back just a few inches. Both toes are facing forward. Now pull your right hip back, left hip forward. Reaching down. Again, you can come a little bit higher and stretch with your hands on your thigh or your shin, or you can come all the way down. It's up to you. Take a few deep breaths here. Relax your head. Don't try and fight the pain. You guys got this. Relax your shoulders. Take 2 more breaths. Last big breath here. And then option if you want to step all the way up, lifting your back foot into a standing leg split. You can challenge your balance, bringing one hand or both onto your ankle or your foot. Reach long with your back leg, and then slowly bring it all the way in. Great job. Bend your knees, roll all the way up. And then on your exhale, bring your hands down to your side. We're going to come into a stretch on the floor or on your mat. So you can step back a little bit. We're coming into a pigeon stretch. So you're going to bring your right leg forward and your left leg back. Now I want you to stay lifted for just a moment. Now your right leg is in here, but your back leg is going to be reaching back behind you. Hips are staying pretty square. You should feel some hip flexor stretch here. And whenever you're ready, you can walk yourself all the way down. Now you can adjust the tightness of this stretch by moving your front foot. So you can move it closer to your body in for it to be less intense, or you can move it up to be more intense. So just rest here for a moment. Right here, you should be feeling this stretch right in your outer thigh, your glute, really relieving some tension. And then slowly walk your hands back up underneath your shoulders, lifting, and then curl your back toe. Send your right leg back, left leg forward. Stay lifted for just a moment. Find your posture, reach long with your back leg. And then whenever you're ready, you can walk yourself all the way down. Relax your shoulders here. Try to relax your hips as much as you can. Keep stretching. And take just a few more breaths. And then bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Walk yourself back up. And then bring yourself to a seated position. We're going to end today with just a few moments of breath. It's so important once you've moved just to sit and be still for just a moment. So find a comfortable seated position. Sit nice and tall, and then relax your shoulders. I always like to place my hands palms up on my thighs, however you'd like. You can bring your hands to your heart if you like how that feels. And then just for a moment, quiet your mind. Don't let any distractions come into your thoughts. Just focus on your breath, taking big, deep inhales. And then big, slow exhales. You've got just a few more breaths, just like this. And on your last few, I want you to think of something positive to breathe in. Breathe in love, joy, peace. And then exhale out anything negative, anything weighing on you. Just let it go. You got one final breath here. And then a big exhale. Slowly open your eyes. Bring your palms down to the side. We're going to take a big inhale. Lift your arms up. Bring your palms together at the top. Exhale your hands down to your heart. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you had a wonderful time. I'm Mary Beth. This is Valerie. Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.